Okay, so sitting out in the back garden. Figured it was about time I started getting on the video buzz again. I'll be doing this a lot because I cannot see you. Not that I can anyway. I can't see the camera. I can't see you sitting at home watching me. So it's been a good chunk of time. I figured I'd jump back into getting videos out again. And seeing as how Drachenfest is only about, I don't know, that's a loud truck, hold on. And seeing as how Drachenfest is only, like 2 weeks away as of shooting this, I figured I would do a Drachenfest video. I'm going to be looking away a lot and doing this because the sun is literally in my face. I figured it'd be a good thing to cover because for a lot of us, we haven't been to things in ages. I say we, but I was at the American Drachenfest not that long ago. Video on that is a coming. I would figure we could talk about, getting back into the swing of things, because while I know it's like back to the same or trying to get back to the way things used to be, I think this year will be pretty different, or at least we got to remember some stuff going back into it, because I would say a substantial amount of people have been out of the loop when it comes to big events and stuff like that. But so just starting it off, getting the ball rolling, the first thing we have to remember is personal space is a way more valuable thing now. Whatever about highly contagious diseases and stuff like that, just remember a lot of us have been shut in. A lot of people have been shut in, not been going to big events, not being around a lot of people for a really long time, for a couple of years now. And even if we've started to, that's a recent thing. So going to an event in the middle of nowhere, to all of a sudden be crammed in with loads of people, okay, say crammed in but outside, that's gonna be a little much, I'd say, sometimes. And some people aren't gonna be as touchy-feely maybe as they used to, or all cramped onto one bench at a bar, or leaning in because I can't hear you. That stuff we gotta keep tabs on. I'm even saying for me, because I know I'll forget as well. But okay, whatever about you not minding, other people probably will. So we really got to keep that in mind. And as fun as those nights were, where we'd be all shouting and crammed into the Thirsty Dagger or one of the bars, we might have to have a few less of those nights, or be less likely to do that. It doesn't have to be a whole asking for permission to sit on a bench and stuff like that. Just be a bit this okay? And if someone's or they seem a little apprehensive, take that as a sign. Even if they're I guess so, that's a no. Unless someone's oh yeah, no worries, work away. Read the room a little bit. Read people's apprehension is what I would say. Because nobody wants anyone else to have a bad time, but people might not be comfortable. A big takeaway from a lot of these points is going to be just be sound. Just be a nice person. Just be considerate. You don't even have to be sound. You don't even have to be nice. Just be considerate of other people who, maybe it's their first time heading out to a thing again, or, this is them getting back around people. So just be aware. The second thing is something that happens pretty frequently at Drachenfest in the before times was people sharing water, because it can get quite hot. It can get pretty warm. A lot of sunburns happen and a lot of dehydration. So a thing that used to happen a lot, and it speaks to how considerate everyone is at Drachenfest, is sharing water was a big thing. It was something, not a big thing, but it was something that would just happen all the time, without thinking. And that can't really be like that anymore because of highly contagious diseases. But also, regardless of how things are now, everyone would come back from Drachenfest really sick before. There was always stomach things and flus, and I'm doing this without thinking, and I know it's not good. My eyes need a break. People would always come back sick from Drachenfest, so I just feel this year in particular, we maybe need to not share water as much, which means you have to be extra careful when it comes to your water. Stay hydrated and don't share your water this year. As crap as that sounds, don't be sharing water. Especially the final battle, you have people walking around being water, you need water? Because, everyone cares about each other, and nobody wants anyone to have a bad time. It's actually not that sound a thing to share your water this year. Because you get sick, which means you go get a load of other people sick. Maybe you're sick and you don't realize it, now you've gotten that person sick. You don't know them, they don't know you. Carry more water if you need to, or always make sure you have your water on you. Next thing I was going to say, and it's kind of the last give-you-outy parental type point I'm gonna make is just be sound, guys. Just like, everyone is into this to a different level. Some people want to sleep in character. They want to, you know, eat and drink and breathe in character. That's good for them. Like, don't ruin it for them if it becomes apparent that this is the kind of person that you're talking to. On the other side of things, if you're one of those people, just remember, not everyone's going to be as into it as you are, possibly. I know that's shitty saying. Some people are like, no, they should be, though. No. Finding finding the rules of the game where it says you have to be crazy super in character all the time. No, it just says, like, don't ruin it for other people. So just keep that in mind, especially this year, guys. Like, especially this year. Some people could be, you know, overwhelmed, or they need some downtime. The game is so much longer this year as well. I'm absolutely going to take a couple of days in the middle I'm going to be wearing the hat, and I'm going to be way less into, like, doing in-character stuff for a couple of days in the middle. Absolutely. I'm going to need some downtime. Even being around a small office of people can be a bit much sometimes for me, so this is going to be huge. And I think you should all do the same. We're all coming into this in different levels. Some people, it could be their fucking first time doing this. Be really extra sent to those people. Cut them some major slack. I don't mean to be a little too targeting with this, but I had folks say to me one year before that they were treating someone quite badly, and they were like, well, they should have known what they were signing up for because we're hardcore LARPers. I'm a bit like, if you ever speak those words, get your hand and do this, and then shove it way up your own butt, because that's a ridiculous sentence to say. If someone's not having a good time because of something you're doing, even if it's the way you really want to go with things, like, have a chat with them, ask them to bow out even. Be like, look, I'm going this way with it, I'm sorry, you probably aren't going to like it a ton. Let's part ways on this and meet up later or something. Like, it's going to have to be those kind of conversations. Nobody should be trying to make anyone else have a bad time. And again, I know I keep saying it, but especially this year, everyone is rusty as fuck. Or new, rusty, or just really out of the loop. I mean, it's the one thing, and like, I'll say it in like so many other videos with this stuff, just be sound. If you want to have a good time, be sound to people. You don't even have to be super fucking nice. Just be like lightly accommodating and then go do your own thing. If you want other people to have a good time, same thing. Just like lightly accommodate. You don't have to let them hijack your whole day, but you could be nice and bow out without being like, look, fuck off kind of thing. You know, like, that's kind of the point I'm making. Just like, let everyone have a good time. It kind of ties into the whole thing of like, you're the main character of your own story, you're not the main character of other people's. Just really drive that in. Another thing with a couple of things in that though, some stuff I'm going to remind everyone to bring with them. So I have a little list of just stuff you mightn't have thought of or you've forgotten about that is really good, if not essential, to bring. Whatever about water, yeah, water's super important. If you can get to the shop on your way to Drachenfest and get some, I'm gonna say energy drinks, but the ones with like electrolytes and stuff in them, like sports drinks more so than like energy drinks like Red Bull. Not so much Red Bull, but like electrolyte-y, sporty type drinks. So get yourself like a slab of those, kind of Powerade, or Gatorade, I think would be the American ones, the ones with electrolytes in it. And along with that, get yourself a bunch of like protein bars or like granola bars or something, and keep all that stuff in your tent. Yeah, it's probably all going to get warm and kind of melty, but between meals, like, there's not anywhere that like will sell you breakfast. Just helps to have that little bit extra, especially like early mornings, late at night kind of thing, when the shops and stuff are closed in the Drachenfest town. Another thing I think is really important, although I don't know how the showers and stuff work this year, if they're going to be different in any way. I've met a surprising amount of people who have forgotten to bring towels and like shower supplies with them. Bring shower gel, bring fucking shampoo, bring your deodorant, please. Bring towels. Bring 2 towels, some shower stuff, shower gel, all that kind of thing. You're golden. On top of that though, to add a plus to that, or in brackets, baby wipes. Not alcoholic wipes, but like, okay for your skin baby wipes as well. Kind of very quick makeshift wash, I think you could call it, or like a temporary washing arrangement. Also, fucking a plus onto that, bring hand sanitizer. Bring your own hand sanitizer. Who knows what they're going to have on site. The only sure thing that you can have in regards to hand sanitizer is the one you bring yourself. So bring your own hand sanitizer. I mentioned it before, but like something to carry water, that could be like a leather molded water bottle thing, or it could be like a little burlap bag with like elastic in the top that you can put over normal plastic drinking bottles. But have something that will allow you to drink when you need to over the event. Don't be one of those people that's like, I'm gonna go do this today and then I'll come back to my tent or my camp or whatever and drink water then. No, you need to have it on you. So something to drink water out of is the short one. Next thing is both sunblock and insect repellent. Germany, it's like a European country. It's not like a Mediterranean or desert type land. I've never been more sunburnt than at Drachenfest before though. Not every Drachenfest, but certain Drachenfests I have gotten crazy sunburnt. Because you're just out in the open at the sun's mercy. There have been years though where it's rained the whole time. There's like Schlamageddon was a year where it rained the whole time and it was just super mucky and people had a good time, but it was not enjoyable at points. So you need to prepare for both. So that could mean bringing enough clothes that you have spares to change into in case it's really wet out, but also bring sun repellent. Sun repellent? Oh, where's my brain? Sunblock. Insect repellent is the next thing I'm going to say. If you need to get rid of the sun and doom all of mankind, bring sun repellent. The sun repellent's just a giant laser that destroys the sun. Yeah, bring sunblock or sun cream or whatever you want to call it, because you will burn and it's not worth it. I know a lot of people say like, oh, but sun cream will give you cancer too. Yeah, but the sun will also burn you in the process. So, you know, weigh up what you like more. Insect repellent then. So there's two kind of creepy crawlies you got to be careful of when it comes to going to Drachenfest. One, which is way more common, is horseflies. They are motherfuckers. So they don't sting you, they have little jaws and they like bite you, and it's fucking sucks. They have, you know, wasps and everything as well, but horseflies are the big one, the main culprit for getting angry at bugs. The second thing you got to be careful of is ticks. So ticks on their own, not crazy bad. Some ticks can give you Lyme disease though. Not sure what the ratio of those ticks are in Germany. Better play it safe though, especially if you're lying in grass and like the whole place is grass. It's a big field, like, so you got to be careful about that. Ticks, insect repellent, truck. So while sunblock and insect repellent really important, it's like I mentioned before, it could be pretty rainy as well, or at the very least 1 or 2 rainy days. Bring whatever you feel you might need to prepare for wet weather. So that might be more towels. That could be extra change of clothes. That could be, in particular, extra shoes and footwear and boots. You know what, even if it's like modern stuff, people aren't going to be happy with me saying that, but like your feet are really important. Like walking around in damp boots, like you're not going to have a good time. So if you're totally stuck, just bring some spare like hiking boots or whatever. They're not going to stand out. If you're wearing like brand new bright white Reeboks, fuck you. I mean, people aren't going to be super happy with you, but you can get some like, you know, hiking boots, even cheap ones at Lidl or Aldi or whatever you have in your country. But just, yeah, if your feet or your shoes or whatever get wet, that's a pain in the ass. Right, okay, I'm not sure how long this video turned out. I'm going to try get another Drachenfest video up before I go though. I just think it's important to get people's minds back into like, okay, what do I need? I don't know about all you. I'm excited, but also a little apprehensive, to be totally transparent, which is about going. But I think we are going to all have a good time. Especially the middle of the... Oh, 2 things actually, real quick. Middle of the event, there's going to be like a festival day. I don't know if anyone has seen the Facebook post or whatever, which is going to be, there's no camp-to-camp fights or stuff with banners or anything. It's a peace day. I'm hoping there's going to be some surprises that day and like fun things going on. So I'm looking forward to that. The second thing is there's been like changes to the rules, like victory conditions and stuff. I'll link it in the description down below. A link to the document where the new rules are. I don't think it changes anything majorly. Well, though it depends what you're going for though. If you're really into winning, which I'll make a video about that a different day, then maybe it'll be important for you. But I'll post it down below anyway. So I just started editing the video there and I found out that the camera cut out. So I just thought I'd film a little bit now, just holding the camera like this. So pretty much because I'd not been doing the video thing for a chunk of time, and the fact that you know, Drachenfest is only a couple of weeks away as of shooting this video, I would just kind of lean into the whole like LARP YouTuber thing, even though I'm like the main person saying that I'm not a LARP YouTuber. I'm just someone who makes videos for the internet who happens to go to those things sometimes. But it feels like it's LARP season with everyone going to Drachenfest and Conquest and all that stuff. So I figured I'd lean into it for a little while. I'm gonna have this video, probably another video before I go, and maybe one more if I can squeeze it in. So there's a couple coming. I'm also hoping to put up a American Drachenfest review video. We'll see what way that works, and I'm not sure how long it's going to take me, but it's coming. It's definitely coming. But yeah, I'm excited for everything that's going to happen. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will talk to you in the next one.